Hi there, everybody. Thank you for watching another episode of um this. This is Darksiders 2 we are playing today. I just picked this up just a couple days ago, and I'm 5.5 hours into it, I suppose. And so far, it is just it is awesome. It's fantastic. I loved the first game, and so far this game does everything that the first game did, but it does it better, and it also adds an awful lot. And so, if you played the first one, you know the story. If you remember it, you played as War in the first one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse. Of course, you were falsely accused of starting the apocalypse early and wiping out humanity, and it was kind of a mission to clear your name. And here in the sequel, you play as Death, his brother, and this story actually coincides with the first one. It takes place at the pretty much the same time, and you're trying to clear your brother's name. And this is, let me show you the map real quick. Um, this is a map of the entire world, and as you can see, it has some little icons. I'm only, like I said, about 5.5 hours into it, so I haven't found a whole lot of the dungeons or anything like that, but as you can see, it's pretty big, and as you travel around the world, you find what these are. These are entrances to different areas and dungeons, and some of them pop up automatically because they're story-based, but some of them you just find. You just come across them, and it's pretty cool. It's not open world like Skyrim or anything like that, but it still is a pretty big world. And right here, see this glowing yellow dot? That's my current mission. I need to go up to the Lost Temple. So that is where I'm going right now. I just want to show you guys. First of all, here's Death. I've got some pretty cool weapons and armor so far. And what's cool is that the loot system is really cool. You can pick up all sorts of cool loot, and it's cosmetic. So if you find a cool set of greaves, or some chest plate, it doesn't just beef up your stats. You can also see it. So all the stuff I'm wearing, I didn't have any of this when I started. But if you played the first one, you might remember War had a horse, and so does Death. And here it is, just comes up right out of the ground, just like a real horse. And you can get off of it just as easy. Shove it back into the ground, and off you go. Now, when you're in this big, overworld, like where I'm at now, like making my way to a mission, it's good to stay on your horse because you can get there a lot faster, and you can fight from horseback too. So you've got a little bit of loading there. One thing that I've really enjoyed about this game is that loading is few and far between, and even when it does have to load, it's very quick. The only time I've really had to see a loading screen is when I'm exiting the game and going back to the main menu, but so far the action hasn't stopped in-game, only really quickly there, like you saw when you're going into a new area, but it doesn't stop what you're doing. And I'm just making sure that I'm going the right way. And I just sold a bunch of items. I probably should have shown you guys that, but it's just basic, nothing special about it. You pick up all sorts of loot, and it's really helpful in that when you get close to something, it shows you, if it's going to raise or lower the stats of what you currently have equipped. Okay, cool. Here's some enemies. Anyway, combat is a lot of fun. It's really easy and fast. And as you see, I picked up some gold there. You can buy all sorts of stuff in this game. Weapons, amulets, potions. And combat is so easy to pick up on. As you can see, I got this hammer in a dungeon. It's made out of a sea serpent's head. It's the most powerful secondary weapon I've found. Your primary weapon are your, I don't know how to say it, scythe or scythe or whatever. And these are possessed scythes. You know, you've got your basic weapons, but if you find one that's possessed, that means you can break other weapons down and kind of add to it. Oh, here we go. I think add to the power of it, and so it just makes it all the more powerful. And you also have a gun, which actually belongs to one of your other brothers in the world. These four horsemen, you've got Death, War, and the other two are, I believe, Fury and... you know what? I can't remember the other one. But anyway, it's Death, War, Fury, and there's one more. I'm sure I'll think of it in a minute. But it's three guys, and one of them's a girl. It's not Pestilence. I know that's like, in biblical terms, I think one of them was called Pestilence, but for the game, they did away with that, which is probably good. I mean, Pestilence is kind of a dumb name to name your hero. But they kept Death, which I thought was probably a good call. And I'll show you a little bit of the platforming here after I do away with this guy. Yeah, I like that hammer. It's one hit. Anyway, if you see a wall that has these on it, kind of like the first game, Death is really good at just running up walls. And it's reminds me a lot, I don't know if any of you guys played the Prince of Persia, kind of the reboot that they did. A lot of platforming like that, like here you can like run across the wall. Oh goodness, and if I could have made it to that peg, I would have grabbed on and just kept going. But I had a B prompt there. If you remember the first one, it seemed like every time you got close to defeating an enemy, it'd give you a prompt to press B. It happens in this one, but not often, which is cool because it just makes the combat more satisfying, I think. But here, let me show you Dust. If you see that little purple dot on the minimap at the bottom right, that's your crow friend, Dust, and I can summon him over here. There he goes. He's up in the air. I don't know if you saw him. He's green, but it kind of works kind of like Dead Space, where if you click down the left stick, Dust will fly in the direction that you need to go, kind of give you an idea of what direction you need to be heading. Which in this overworld, you know, you don't necessarily need it, but you go to a lot of dungeons, and it's pretty crucial there, because they're huge, and it's really easy to get lost. But again, that little bit of loading right there that you saw, that is about as long as a loading screen gets. Let's see, this is a puzzle which I don't think I can do anything with yet. So what's cool about this game is you get to see an awful lot of stuff that you know eventually you're going to be doing something with it, but right now, you know, you can't. But I can activate this. See, last time I was here, I couldn't do that. So, let's see what happens. Oh, wow. In A mode, press RT to fire the worker's construct chain at certain wall targets. Oh, awesome. Okay. This is a first. I have not got to do this yet. That's pretty cool. Wow, I like that. Okay. Pretty sweet. Yeah, like I said, this game is... I mean, I liked the first one, but this one is really impressing me. And here's some new enemies. Have not fought these guys yet. Oh, goodness. And if I can build up enough of that Fury, or whatever, it's that very top gray bar that you see up above my health. If you remember from the first one, War could turn into that dragon or whatever it was. It was a big monster, kind of unstoppable. You have that here too, and you turn into like almost kind of like the classic version of Death that that you see in cartoons and stuff. It's got the big cloak and the bony fingers. But anyway, oh, these guys. And evade button works extremely well, and it's got target lock on. And I'm not really fighting at the moment. I'm just trying to show y'all some of the evasive moves. But now I probably need to pay a little more attention. But you've also got moves like that you can upgrade. So that's pretty sweet. I bought that move. And I think that you can turn on or off the little indicators when you hit them that shows how much damage you're doing. But I happen to like it. This gun doesn't really do a lot of damage against these guys. But as you can see, it gets really frantic, and it would almost be confusing to pay attention to what's happening. And see, they all drop stuff. I can pick up this. It's a scythe, or scythe. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it wrong. And it automatically shows you right there. You can see it's not as good as the one I have equipped, but I pick it up and I can sell it later. Same with this cover, which is kind of like your little loincloth. And one thing that kind of disappointed me is one of the pre-order incentives, which I did pre-order this game. I got the collector's edition, which you can see on the website. We did an unboxing, shows the mask and everything. One of the incentives was that you got the Shadow of Death armor, but you had to be level 5 before you could unlock it. But before I even got to level 5, I had already found armor that was more powerful than the Shadow of Death armor, so I didn't even use it. But anyway, I picked up a bomb there, and you throw them at structures like this, and you shoot it, and you blow it up, and it reveals things like this chest. Now the bombs I've used extensively in the like solving puzzles and things like that. In the dungeons, you use them to do all sorts of things like that. And this is a little bottle of Wrath Potion, which you use to do your special moves, but I can only hold so many. And I'm full at the moment, so I'll have to leave that there. But we'll grab another bomb. Let's get through here. I'm going to try to get to the dungeon before I end the video, just so you guys can get a little taste of it. The dungeons work an awful lot like they did in the first one. Again, everyone made the comparison to Zelda. It was a good comparison, that dungeons work a lot like they do in Zelda. In this game, though, they're much bigger, a lot more to do, and I'm enjoying it more. And platforming, as you can see, there's all sorts of aerial platforming and wall scurrying and jumping around. It's incredibly easy. I mean, I played some games where they kind of require you to platform in this manner, but it's not overly intuitive. And this game, it's almost just second nature. It feels really good. I've fallen a few times, but every time it has not the game's fault, my fault for pressing the wrong button or whatever. Now let's see where I am at. Those are some skills I've upgraded. Okay, apparently I'm in something called the Nook. I would imagine that the Cranny is the next one. And that is a terrible joke. Okay, here I'm at the Nook. I need to get up here to the Lost Temple. That's my current objective. But, as always, the kind of gamer I am, if I see anything along the way, I'm like a little kid whose parent tries to talk to him, but every little shiny thing I see just distracts me and I can't look at them. I can't stick with main missions if I see something on the side to do. Okay, these are birds, and they're annoying, but they're really easy to kill. You can almost just run through them. But you can press B and grab them, or you can do auto lock on and just hold down the shooting button, and it just destroys them. But they're coming out of this, and so if you destroy this thing, then they'll go away. And there it is. Dumb birds. Just shoot the ones that are left, and no more. So, again, like the comparisons made to Zelda, the comparisons, are also made to like God of War as far as the combat goes. Again, that's a fair comparison. It's a lot of the same kind of combat, but I mean, it's just really fun, so I don't really care, It's God of War is a great game, so why not copy it? It's not a complete rip-off because it does its own thing, but the style. But God of War was not the first game to have quick, brutal combat, so I think it's just the one most people refer to nowadays. But I haven't even finished this game yet, and I am already, I am in complete favor of every horseman getting their own game. They will all be, from here on out, first day purchases for me. And a lot of people think, THQ is on the downslide, excuse me, or on the way out. But man, they keep putting out stuff like this, and I think they're going to be okay. But I'm not sure what the... Okay, let's try this. I don't know if I can make that wall run, but we're going to try it. Oh my goodness. Oh, I made it. Okay. See, oh my goodness. There's a huge flying lava bird. I think the kind they have in Seattle. Looks like. Okay, and one thing I found in this game is because of the open world nature, a lot of times you can go into areas that you're not supposed to be in yet, and they let you go in them, but you can't really do anything. I found that has happened to me several times, and I don't know what that is, but I can't lock onto it, so apparently I cannot injure it yet, and I can't get over there yet, so this will be an area that I will return to, I imagine. See, I don't know what this is. But when in doubt, shoot it. Nothing. Okay. I like how death opens doors. I want to open doors like that. I don't know what this does. Let's see. Hey, an elevator. Well, let's go up here first. Don't want to miss anything. Oh, gosh. Well, that sucked. Just fell right off. I'm kind of proud I haven't been killed in combat yet. I've died in the environment. I've fallen off of things, but I haven't been killed by an enemy yet. I really don't know where I'm going or what I'm doing currently. Okay. That is a ball that you have to drop those in these predetermined holes that they have for you in the environment, and it will open up different doors, and you roll it around, and let's just see what this one does. Again, as you can see, combat is just not combat, I'm sorry, platforming. It looks like it could be pain, but it's really good. It's a lot of fun. Okay. I guess I'll send this up here. A lot of puzzle solving. It makes the dungeons last longer. You got to figure out a lot of stuff. And so I imagine I gotta grab this, and then you can press RT. Instead of rolling it, you can just shove it. Oh, don't fall off. Don't fall off. Okay, good. Well, I, I don't know how I'm gonna get up there now. A lot like in the first one, you were able to obtain those. Oh, maybe here. I don't remember what they're called. Those wings that let you flutter a little bit. Flutter is probably the wrong word for a horseman of the apocalypse, but let you glide or something. That's better. I'm hoping that I'm going to get something like that in this game, because there we go. There is a lot of jumps that I have not been able to make yet, and I liked those wings in the first one. Let's just drop this here and see what happens. And here's a chest. There's a lot of these. They have gold and loot. There's a dire buckler of frost. Again, it's not as good as what I have equipped, but I will sell it. I don't really... Let's make sure I didn't miss anything. I guess not. But in case you can't tell, I'm extremely happy with this game. I'm not always super happy with a game, especially when I... Okay, see, this talisman is better than the one I'm wearing, so I'll hold down on the back button and automatically equip it. I love it when games do that. Keeps you from having to go into your menu every time. But yeah, a lot of games that I get, especially when I pre-order them, it's always a crapshoot. I mean, you never know what you're getting because reviews have not been out or anything like that. But really happy with this one so far. Okay, I'm back where I was, and this, whatever this is back, so let's destroy it again just for the heck of it. And there it is. And then we'll shoot whatever's left. And that is how we do that. And a lot of big vases and pots and stuff that you can smash. Again, kind of like Zelda, but unlike Zelda, you're not doing it in somebody's house right in front of them, which I always thought was kind of rude of Link. And yes, I know his name is Link, not Zelda. And what I'm... Alright, I've leveled up. I can show you... After I beat these guys, I'll show you the level up screen, and of course you, your health automatically refills and all that good stuff, kind of basic level up stuff. Okay, let me clear this stuff out, just because I'm the kind of gamer that if there is a pot that needs breaking, I cannot just leave it there. Okay, so I leveled up and I get a skill point. Let me show you that real quick. Nope, wrong way. I went to the map. Oh, I was right here. Okay, so currently I believe that puts me at level 7. Here's two paths you can take. If you see on the left right here, it's the Harbinger, or Harbinger. Again, I don't know how to pronounce it. That's more... Oh, there goes my phone. That's more combat focused. And on this side, there's the Necromancer, which is more... using magic abilities and stuff like that. The first playthrough, I'm focusing on this side for combat because I enjoy that aspect more. And the ones that are highlighted are the ones that I can add a skill point to. So let's see. This is called Unstoppable. It says Death's unearthly strength is increased for a short time. This one, Reaping, increases the chance of scoring a critical hit on enemies struck by Harvest. I have unlocked Harvest, so let's go with that one. And then, of course, every time you purchase one, you can just keep leveling it up. So I just keep leveling up things that I've already purchased before I purchase another one. just helps me to keep focused on what I'm doing more and less confusion for me. And again, all of this area, I'm sure I'll be back here multiple times, and they're all uh, different things you can do depending on when you come back. Can't always do everything the first time. We've got to upgrade and all that good stuff. But it does get a little confusing sometimes because there's multiple paths in these dungeons, and sometimes I'm not sure exactly which one I need to be going in. But right now I know I'm trying to get to the Lost Temple. That is really all I know at this point. I cleared the first two main dungeons already. Whoop. And I'm just hoping I'm going the right way. And I'm not really exploring at the moment, because just for the sake of the video. But let's see if this puts me over to the Lost Temple, and we'll wrap this up. Don't want to bore you guys. Let's take a look at our map. Looks like I have arrived. Wow, and it's multicolored. That's beautiful. Okay. And right there on the left you see it marks off when you've done a quest, and it does a really good job of keeping your quest log nice and neat. It's not cluttered and confusing. But I assume what I have to do now is talk to this fella. He's one of the makers. You might remember them from the first game, but he's a nice guy. But I will talk to him in a minute after I say goodbye to you. Say goodbye to death. I want to thank you for watching this video. I can't express how thrilled I am that you chose to spend your time with me. This will be in my next family newsletter that I send out. I'm sorry. I say stupid stuff. Anyway, thank you guys. Seriously though, thank you for watching. You can check out the website, BegoGames.com. A lot of good stuff, a lot of good writers. And check out our YouTube page, which I assume you found if you're watching this. But we try to keep that updated. But anyway, you guys should go buy Darksiders 2. It's a fantastic game. If you haven't played the original, play that one first, and this one will make a lot more sense. But it gets, so far, it's about a higher recommendation as I can give a game. But again, thank you guys for watching. Have a good week.